Hey guys, so today, as you would have seen from the title, we are talking about my top 5 podcasts for 2017. So I'm going to make this a quick video. There's no reason for it to take 100 hours to do. I'm using my new camera today, so I hope it looks nice, but it's so nice. This is my first video on it. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. So the reason I'm doing this is because I know how hard it can be to find good people and good podcasts, and these would probably be the 5. These are the 5 that I've learned the most from, I've found the most useful, and I've just enjoyed out of all of 2017. So I'm going to go down from 5 down to 1, from 5 being my 5th favorite and number 1 being probably my favorite for the whole year. It was hard to split these from 1 to 5 just because I like them all and they've all helped me in different ways. So number 5 is, I'll just Butchie Radio. So this one is run by Amanda Butchie, and she has a YouTube channel as well, and she's also got a second YouTube channel now, which is really good. You should check it out. Anyways, she's really good. She talks about lots of things. She talks about like growing your Instagram and your YouTube, growing your business. She mostly does like interviews with other people who've got successful businesses or successful social medias and have done really well for themselves. And she talks about a lot of that. She's really about body positivity, self-love, and just being like a girl boss is how I would explain her. So she would be my 5th favorite for the year. I have really found some of hers really handy, and I love that I find quite a lot of interesting people that she interviews on her channel or on her podcast. So it's number 5. Number 4 is The School of Greatness with Lewis Howes. I haven't watched their latest ones because it's been Christmas and it's been crazy. So yeah, that's called The School of Greatness with Lewis Howes. I've been listening to him definitely for the entire year, whereas Amanda's, I found her maybe in February. Lewis Howes I've been listening to since last year. He is really, really good. He just talks about, it's a school of greatness, so how to become great. And he interviews other people. I really like the ones where they interview other people because you learn different things from different people and you pick up what they have done to become successful. So yeah, his whole thing is just how to be great, how to be your best self, how to thrive in your life, basically. So number 3 would be the Gary Vee audio experience. Is that focused? Focus. There we go. Yeah. The Gary Vee audio experience. So Gary Vee is Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't know, and he is an entrepreneur, and he is just a real go-getter, and he works freaking hard. And basically he does lots of different ones. Obviously he is an entrepreneur, and I keep saying obviously a lot. He interviews a lot of people. Sometimes he has really short ones. He does short ones which are really good, and then he also has ones that are like over an hour talking about different things. And sometimes there's just some short ones if you just need like 5 minutes on the way to the gym, and they just like get you going. So the reason I really like them, like Gary Vee, is he really motivates me to basically just work freaking hard, because he works so hard, and what he does is he uses his time well. So when he's working hard, he's using that time to get as much done. He's being very sufficient. And then when he's spending time with his family, he's very in the moment. So that's how he talks about how he balances his family that way, is when he's with his family, he's not on his phone. He's actually spending the time doing things with his family, listening to his family, talking to his family. And just, he gives lots of tips like that, and he's very sufficient with his time, and really motivates you to push hard, stop sooking about something, and that you got to just work hard to do it and to just start. He really pushes those points. Anyways, he does really good ones. And number 2 would have to be one that I only just started listening to super recently, like literally a few weeks ago, but she has so many good podcasts. Like, I have so many lined up that I want to listen to, but like obviously it just takes time to listen to them, and she just has so much information. And that is, so number 2 for 2017 for me is the Gold Digger podcast, which is like, well, it says next to it what it's about, like marketing, social media, creative entrepreneur, but it is ultimately called the Gold Digger podcast, and that's with Jenna Kutcher. I'm not used to this whole like making it focusing. So hers is really good. It's about growing your business. She has a lot on increasing engagement on your social media, which is like key to social media. She talks a lot about social media, talks about websites, and just all of those sorts of things. So like navigating being a girl boss in a man's world is her latest ones. 5 ways to market yourself for free, that's another one that she's got here. So yeah, it's really about growing your business, growing an online business, growing your following, increasing engagement, all that sort of thing. So it's really good if you are really trying to market yourself and make something of yourself, grow your business, anything like that. I have a new business and I have been listening to her podcast like crazy, because learning how to grow an online business there's a lot in it. And finally, number 1 for me for 2017, my favorite would actually be Emily Duncan. She has a podcast called Embody Radio, if you can see that there. And I love her podcast. Like, I was already following her on YouTube and Instagram, and I would watch her now and then, but her podcasts are literally the best thing that she has going, more than even her channel. And she has a great channel and a great Instagram. But for anyone who competes, please listen to her. And that is probably why I like her most, is she has so much stuff about competing in there. If you don't compete, maybe check her out. If you're considering competing, definitely check her out. She has some vital information there that's really good to know. And she talks to extremely smart people. I've never listened to a podcast where people have spoken to such a good range of extremely smart people who all do their own research. They're not just reading research papers, like, which is great. Like, you want, like, you know, read research papers and learn and all that, but these people physically do the research, which is really, really awesome. And she talks about a lot of things to do with post-competition, competition dieting, things that it can do to your body, but she also talks about like self-love and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's about fitness in general, 14 common fat loss mistakes. She talks about hormones a lot, because she's had hormonal issues coming from competing. And yeah, so post-contest dieting, flexible dieting versus meal plans, science-based fitness, just reading out like some of the titles. So if you are interested in listening to podcasts, I highly recommend these 5. They were my all-time favorite for 2017 and probably my most listened to. I only started listening to Emily Duncan's a few months ago, maybe like 4 months ago. And she doesn't have like heaps. She has 19 at the moment, but obviously she's still releasing, and I think it's pretty new. So I hope this was handy for you guys, and this gives you something new or someone new to listen to, and you get like out of your funk if you're in one. I know I get in funks trying to find new people to follow and listen to and subscribe to, all that sort of thing. So anyways, I'm going to leave it here, and if you would like to hear like my top 5 books or anything like that, things like this that could be helpful, please let me know in the comments, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.